Alright guys, for those that don't know me, I'm Dave from Basketball WA, Head of High Performance. Thanks for having us. Thank you to the girls for obviously speaking here for you guys. Briefly what we're going to do, a little bit of individual defensive technique and basics. Nothing's going to blow your mind here. Okay, nothing's going to blow your mind. Leo, I see Leo here. He's a part of our under 16 Metro 17. Does much of what we do sort of go, oh wow, that's brand new, or is it foundational, staple basics? Yeah, correct. Okay, so I'm a big believer of your teams or your athletes are going to be good at what you emphasize. If you emphasize things rarely or only sometimes, you're probably not going to be good at it as a group, as a collective, as individual athletes. Okay, so this is all about stripping it back down to some of the most important things on defense. Close out, some footwork, jumping to the ball, those sorts of things, which I'll put my hand on my heart, our state players struggle with at times. Not all of them are good at it. Okay, so when you think of upper tier junior athletes, they still need to be put up the butt every now and then to do it. Okay? Because defense isn't natural, it's not a natural state. We're not used to being like this all the time, hands out ready. It's easy to stand around, hands by your side, just watching what's going on. Okay, so it's a little bit harder, okay, and it's a little bit more engaging, but harder to engage these athletes constantly on the defensive end. Okay, so, and you'll probably pick up some of it when we watch these kids, no offense. You'll probably see some habits and things like that, and you go, oh, that's not great. Okay, so what we're going to teach, some basic technique and that's just what we do. You don't have to do it. This is not the right way, the 100% correct way. You teach what you believe. Okay, this is what we do because on a platform we have over 20 teams that we send away each year. There's 20 different head coaches, 20 different ways of thinking. So we just try to strip things back to a foundational level that is just basic and coaches can then grow from what we teach at a base level. Okay, can I get an athlete here and an opposite? So one here. Can I grab a basketball, please? Eliana, can you just stand on the halo right here? Going from the top. Okay, so everyone else, can you line up behind a Laker or Faith? Faith. Okay, Faith. Okay. So what we're going to do to start off with is we're just going to pass the ball, just bounce past it. Okay, so on the movement of the ball, Eliana is going to perform a closeout. What we teach is quick first 2 steps, chop your steps, okay, sink your hips. Okay, we don't want to close out like this, too narrow. When you get to chopping your steps, you sink your hips, 2 hands, hold ball. Okay, and arms length away. Too many people close out to here. What happens? Yeah, they just dribble right by us. Okay, so those are things we see. It's, again, might be a sprint, might be 2 quick first steps, choppy steps, sink your hips, hands, voice, not ball. Okay, so pass it back. We'll just walk through this and then we'll start rotation. Girls on this side, can you grab a couple of passes? So the pass comes, bounce pass, close out. Okay, all we're going to do from this position is take 1 dribble either side, left or right. Okay, so what I want to talk about, see here, Eliana, sorry to pick on you. See how her first movement was already going backwards. Okay, we're already, again, not a bad position sending them in this way, but we want to get athletes to go from here to arm left. There you go. So your first step, we want to be lateral. Okay, so when we're down in our steps, in our closeout, our first step we want like this. Okay, we don't want from here to allowing north-south. Okay, you want to send them east-west, especially. Okay, it's not always going to happen, that's fine, but the thought in your head defensively as a player needs to be east-west, not can I send them outside over there. Okay, so as an offensive player, you're just going to take 1 lazy dribble either side, then pick it up, you're going to pass, choose who you pass to, doesn't matter. On the pass, so there's a little bit defensively here, there's close out, push, push slide, and then the third component is jump to the ball. Okay, so Eliana should be in defensive stance, is already in one, she's going to take one step into a driving lane. Okay, so take one. Okay, once you pass it, she jumps, you're going to try and get post position on it. Okay? So what's going to happen here? Okay? Are you just going to let her just come over and post up? Okay, so you want to send them. Okay, you don't want to allow your player just to come over the face, get to here, and go, yeah, give me the ball. Okay, so if Eliana does a good job and can't, what's your name? Jay. Okay. Won't let Jay through. You guys just go out. That's it. Okay? So what would happen now is a Laker, you would become the defense, Maisie become the offense. You guys jump out and we rotate. So it's close out, push slide, jump the ball, don't allow post entry. Okay? So there's a dribble, bounce pass, nice and slow, close out, no lazy dribble, perfect, jump off, now try post up. Okay, good, no post up, rotate. Okay, so you jump in there, jump out, yeah. Okay, that's, jump, good, now try post up, don't let it. Okay, that's fine, that's not a low block catch, that's a catch at the elbow. Jump out, next two. So hold up, don't pass until someone's ready. Okay, so I know there's a little bit here, okay? There's close out, but I want you as coaches, watch the technique on close out. Do our athletes go from close out to here, then to jump in the gap? Or do they do close out, stand up, or get here? Okay, try to look for those things, because then these are just regular habits that you're going to see with your own players and things like that. Defense is made to be played in a perpetual state of knees bent, hands ready, on your toes. Okay, defense isn't made for doing this. Okay? Bounce fast, nice slow bounce fast, and then close out. Okay, hold up, go back. That's okay. One thing we missed on the closeout. Technique wasn't too bad, I'll live with it. Yeah, boys, I don't think anyone's used it. Now we get here, ball. We take one dribble, one big push slide. We stay with the ball until they pass it. They pass it, then I get in the gap. Okay, they try and cut over the face, they try and cut over to the post. I get in front and send them the opposite way. Okay? Good. Don't let it go over, don't let it go over. So, rotate out. So offense, when you're trying to cut with purpose to get here. Cut with purpose to try and get here. Okay? Rotate. And let it go. There you go, send it back. Go, next group, next group. Remember, we're trying to get to the low block. We're trying to get to the low block. That's right, play. 3, 2, out. Let's go. Next group. Remember, watch the technique. Watch the technique. Cut over, don't let it. Good. That's all right. Rotate out. Good. Good. Looks good. Good job, Peter. Let it play. That's what happened. Okay, defensively, you allow something like that to happen. Let it play it out. Okay? Cut the ball. Let's go, rotate. Let's go. Two more reps. Close out. Last one, let's go. Last one. Make a good one. Last one's a good one. Good. Good. Good job. That's fine. Okay, will we live with any pass that sends the ball that way? Well, yeah, why? Yeah, help. Yeah. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, what did we notice technique-wise across the board? On their drives or their footwork? Yeah, okay, so yeah, it's quite hard because the player is very hard to visualise when you're down here where my first step is. Okay? And that's where us as coaches help. Holding them accountable, letting them know, whether you show them on your phone, whatever. Because as an athlete, it's very hard to understand. You feel like, yeah, I went that way, but when you watch the film, they're doing this. But in their mind, they're going, cut it off. Okay. East, west, yeah. Yeah. Okay. My old college coach used to say I should be able to balance my cup of tea and my Gatorade on top of your head. Because you should be in a defensive stance with your head like this. And when you move sideways, you don't go like that. Okay, it's wasting energy. Okay, it's more strain on the knees. It's probably just easier to stay here than it is to do this and then get back down and try push. Okay? Milliseconds is the game, but the difference here on defense. Milliseconds is the difference between cutting someone off or then going by and forcing rotation. Okay, anything else we noticed? Distance. Yeah. So we weren't always arm's length, were we? No, we're this far away. Okay, good players will do what? Yeah, they'll move. Okay? So remember, arm's length. Okay? And arm's length on a catch on 3.1 is usually the old 3.1 inside. Okay, that's usually arm's length on 3. Okay? Anything else anyone notice? Okay. The last thing I'll say is like, doing a good job is I'm throwing a bunch of stuff back there. There's a lot of lack of physicality here. It was get to this spot, this person comes and I just sort of stand here and they hit me. Okay? Okay, so proactive, footwork, get around, force it that way, any pass goes over the top, your teammate picks it up. Okay, go again. Don't get too big. Last ball. Don't get the rest of the line too hard. Naylor. Okay, you're going to start on defense. You're going to hand the ball to the offense. You're fine. Okay, when we start, we hand the ball, we climb up and in. Okay, so defensively, up and in means what? Yeah. Yeah, so pass the ball and show me what you think up and in. Okay, that's fine. I'd probably say switch arms around. Yeah. Okay, but you want to climb up and in. Okay? You want to climb up and in. You're going to try pivot and pass to Naylor. Okay, so your job is to pivot and pass. So climb up and in, pivot, pass. Okay, from there, what's your job? Jump to the ball. Okay? When your player passes the ball, you jump to the ball. Okay, so you would want to get to this elbow right here. Okay, so jump, stay in the stand. Okay, Naylor, just give it like one Mississippi, pass it back, close out, play. Okay, close out, play. So offense, you've got 2 dribbles to try to score. Okay, that's it. Okay, Naylor, you become defense here. Okay. We'll figure out the rotation. Okay? But the thing is, we start off, hand the ball, climb up and in. We want to make the offensive player pivot and play under a bit of pressure to make a pass. We jump to the ball. Okay, we jump to the ball, pass it back, close out, play. And what you'll see here is I've quickly just thrown a lot at him. But again, I'll ask you about technique. I'll ask you about things once we're done. Let's go. Just get through a bunch of rounds. So you're the back of that line, that's okay. Start off, climb up and in. So just stand behind face. There we go. Jump the ball. Keep going, keep going. Okay, girls, go back. Stop being so nice. When we say climb up and in, I want to be here. Okay? I want to be here. Okay? I don't want to be back here playing nice. Okay? It's just training. Keep count, technique, what are we seeing? What habits are we seeing? What aren't we seeing? Jay, I think, so no offense, Jay, I think that was like the triple whammy of what not to do. Okay, no offense. Okay, no hands, no voice, jump stop, opened up, playing, foul. See how it all starts, these little details all start. Okay, in a game, you're giving up points, you're giving up 3 points because it's a shooting foul. Now you're possibly sending them straight into your big influential player who picks up fouls. Okay, so these little details matter. Okay, and that's what you'll start seeing when you can come watch any of our state practices a lot and you'll still see a lot of this. Okay, so it's not, I'm not picking on you guys or anything like that. These are kids who truly need to still struggle at times doing it. Okay, so it's not easy. Set it up. You get about a couple more reps in. Okay. Go. Who's got the ball? Climb. Hand the ball off and climb up. Okay. Start the ball defense. Climb up again. Jump the ball. Close out. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Start the ball fake. Climb up again. Go 2 more. Go in good reps. Good, good. Last one. Good work. Coaches, what did we see? Yeah, no voice, like, and that's typical for a lot of girls basketball, like, it's hard to get them talking. Okay, especially when Australians come on and you know, like, who are you, just tell us what to do. Not that's all what you're asking, yeah. Okay.
When you do the up and in,
Yeah.
they are all doing it front onto their tail.
Yeah.
You demonstrated that because
Yeah.
so you're forcing them to go like one way.
Yeah.
When you're going front on, you're giving them still.
Yeah.
So when the ball comes back,
Yeah. So, yeah. So as you can sort of see, the lack of wanting to make contact led him to be front on. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no chest blows. Yeah. Yeah. And what did we see with the closeout technique? Yeah, hands are low. You know, we're jumping into it, jump stop into it. The easiest way to get beat is jump stop finish or close out. Okay. No voice, no like more than arms length away. But so you see how like I'm not picking on it. Like I'm just saying this is a lot of kids and groups. Like if you throw defensive in there, but if this is showing you you need to do this routinely. It's not going to become habits if you don't do it. Okay, so the kids you coaching become our state players. Okay, Eliana is in our Southern Cross under 15 team. Okay, so the kids that you coach come out. Okay, and we put them through tests like this and see what they're like defensively. Okay, this is pretty easy to see right away who can dribble, who can pass, who can shoot. Okay, it's about, you know, who can play a 360 game. Okay, not just one verbal on one side. Okay, but like as you sort of see, it slips away really quick. And because I'm not coaching each rep, and I'm trying to let you guys see like some points and coach them on the run, that it quickly, like everyone needs to be defensive. So this is where if you're lucky enough to have an assistant or someone who helps you out coaching, what do you think they should be doing? Well, you're making the drill run smoothly, you're trying to think, okay, you line up over there, you do this, you do that. Okay, they should be going, hey, hands, when you close out, voice when you close out, or whatever the emphasis, or whatever the emphasis on the drill is. Okay, girls, back in here, please. Okay, go get the line in the corner, defense on the block. One. And we can do 2 people with basketballs at the top of the field. Okay. So now, Indy is going to lift. We're going to start. stay here. You might take a step up, but we're going to stay here wide. Okay? If you go out this way, what has Michaela got an opportunity to drive and get? Okay? Yeah. So, as we lift, we just might want to move up the line. Okay? In the stance, hands out, we're going to pass it, we're going to close out from this. Okay? We're going to go, every person goes 2 reps on defense and 2. Okay? Same rules apply, offense. Okay? You've got 3 dribbles to try score. Okay, so one of you guys will become a passer up there, passer, and whoever doesn't go up there goes back a line next to jumping. Okay, so maybe let's get two lines, one line, 2 people. So you've got defensive line, offensive line, passing line. Okay, let's run it back. Again, watch technique. Let's go. Start in the corner, Andy. Start in the corner. You're going to lift. Okay, and we're going to close out. Good. Alright, keep going. Let's go. Next. On 3, 2, 1, go through. Almost done. Next two. Go. Your toes out. Jump out the Okay, girls, what you focus on? Chop your steps, sink your hips, show your hands, use your voice. Okay, so go. There was lots of things good about that. Okay, on that rep, keep going. On that rep, just then, what hurt her? Yeah, her first step, she just opened up. She did a good close out, used her voice, used her hands, got a little bit lower than she usually gets, but then we just opened up. Okay, so they're all intertwined with each other. You can't skip a couple and not be good at them routinely and try get the same result. How individuals have a different level and variance of what they need to work on. Okay? So with Michaela, it's all about that push line, that first step. When someone like Faith, we're going to say, hey, you got to get your hands up and you got to say something. You're getting there, but you're getting there and doing this. Okay? Right. Let's go 2 more reps. 2 more reps. Hold it there. Okay. Did we say the same issues just sort of happening? Okay, that's good. And this is perfectly fine. Like if I grabbed any sort of team at this point, you know, they'd probably be doing similar things. Okay. Everyone will grasp certain things. Big lack of hands, sinking hips, and voice are probably the biggest things. Okay? When that first drive happens, we're not push sliding, we're opening up. And these are just natural habits. The opening up is mainly due to what? What do you think? Why do we open up? Why is the natural instinct just to go?
I like contact.
Yeah. They don't want contact. They want to pick up a cheap foul or whatever, so it's just easier to do that and send them towards help. We as a nation have overemphasized help. Okay, we have underemphasized guard your yard and don't force rotations. If you can not force rotations, I'll pick you in any team. Because that's so valuable. But if you can do a little bit of this, do a little bit, but then all the time you're getting beaten. But in your mind, like in an athlete's mind, they're not getting beaten because, well, they didn't just go score. So what's the big deal? But the fact that you're getting forced to rotate, someone's got to now help, we're going to set 2 to the ball, it's advantageous for the other team. Okay, so the more we can just have one-on-one, okay, even if they get a bit north-south on us and they start heading towards the rim, but if we send them wide, that's okay.
But as soon as we start letting them in the keyway, what's everyone else's first thought on defense? To help. And what you will see is 3 people now go to the ball. Okay? And that's dangerous. Okay? Last stand. This will get a little bit tricky here. I'm going to jump in on this one. Okay, we get into the ball. There, go get Laker on defense right here. Mackenzie, Taylor, sorry, Mackenzie's go get right here. Faith, go get over there. Okay, so Alika. I just need you to face the rim right here. Stand where I stand. Okay, get ready, just stand right there. While you're on defense. Oh, let's switch it. Let's go right on the other. Faith is going to be here. I'm going to help spot my players there. My help spot's here. I can see both and I can point to them. Okay, so Indy, you're going to choose. Drive past, inside, the Laker. You go baseline, you go middle. Faith, your job is to cut off the layup. Okay? Indy, if you can't score a layup, you're going to throw me the ball in the corner. Okay? So let's just have a quick look, just walk through it. Walk through, start, can't get a layup. So Alika, when she gets past you, get back into the middle of the key. Now you're going to close out her. We're forcing a rotational long closeout. Okay? Do not worry about me. Even though I'm a deadly shooter, don't worry about me. I'm going to pass it to Michaela. Yes. And we're going to close out, we're going to play. Indy, you can just space out from there, read what Michaela does. Okay? But what we're working, you can pass it to her, she's open. This is where you guys play basketball. There's no, like, the perimeters aren't play basketball. So you just jump over. Okay. So we start in a disadvantage, we rotate. Okay. We didn't do a good job with our push slide, they beat us, we have to rotate. The ball comes out, extra pass, I'll let you close out. Okay. Okay. Jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Even though that was a basket, the other 4 girls who set up, this had the girls set up. Even though that was a basket, to me that was the best defensive possession we've seen so far. Okay? Decent closeout. Okay, they didn't just blow right by us and force a rotation. They scrambled and played a little bit, and then it was a one-on-one move. It was individual brilliance that beat defense. Okay? And defense isn't going to win 100% of the time. It might win 60, 70% of the time when you look at shooting averages, but it's not always going to win. Okay? But the process and what was done there was a lot better than what we've seen throughout. Okay? I don't want you guys to miss that message that's about if the ball goes in the hole or not. Alright? Good. Close out. I'm going to give you a nice soft pass. Close out. There you go. Right. 5, 4, 3, 2, bust it up. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Remember, look for the steps that we're talking about. Nice slow one. Get there, Indy. Go, couple more. Girls on the Michaela, pick up the basketball so you guys can just run on it. Right, let's go. Lay it up. Yeah, too slow. Lay it up. Next 4. Let's go. Get ready, mate. Get ready. Good. Next group. Blue, you're on offense. Get ready, Eddie. Nice, slow one. One more. We can get one more rep in. Get ready, Indy. Get ready. Okay, do you see from there that how it would be a constant battle for some of these things? Okay, so these things actually pay off a lot more dividends than working on an offense. Okay, defensive technique and fundamentals will pay a hell of a lot more off than working on different plays. You've got to play, use it, that's cool. You don't need 5, you don't need 6. Okay, you need all kids with defensive appetite and understanding that, okay, defense is amazing. It's 50% of the game. If you want to be average in 50% of the game, you're not going to be that great at play. You have to be extraordinary on offense to outweigh the negative on the defense. Okay, so I implore you guys with your groups, like focus on defense. Even if it's just 1 point, even if you just want to focus on, hey, choppy steps on the closer, do that. Okay, it's better than nothing than just going, oh, well, maybe someone else will take it. Okay, thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for the work you do, your athletes, and I'll hope to be back out and we'll organise another one. A little bit more exciting topic. Thanks, guys.